Yo, so guys, and welcome back to a brand new HMSP news video. Today we're going to talk about Maverick Viñales situation having come to a mutual agreement with Yamaha to split ways at the end of 2021. Obviously, Gun Mav had a 2-year contract. It was going to expire at the end of next season. But as we've seen, throughout these last couple of years, honestly, but especially this season, there has been some difficulties in that side of the garage, whether it's mentally with him, because the bike is the same one he's won the opening round on, so it doesn't have any issues. So, whether it's mentally with him or if there's something behind the scenes that obviously we don't know, because there's got to be something pretty serious going on in the back of the Yamaha garage. Between Maverick and Yamaha. Obviously, we saw in Sapson Ring, he said he felt disrespected. He was riding around in last, then he started setting, the fastest times, on the track, and he kept the exact same bike into the Assen Grand Prix, the Dutch GP, and obviously topped every session. Didn't win the race, he got P2. He did get a little bit messed up at the start, having to let off the gas, but he had a good race, compared to obviously other rounds, and obviously back on the podium for the first time since Qatar. So, kept the bike, identical pretty much, only minor changes, but there was a big step in performance. So, it does look like the difficulties for Maverick are a little bit mentally more than anything else. But like I said, there could definitely be something in, behind the scenes that we maybe don't really know. But yeah, they have come to a mutual agreement to split up and divorce at the end of this season, which is definitely surprising. And obviously it hasn't been announced just yet, but probably will get announced at some point today. But the rain rumors of yesterday, and what looks the most likely, is that Maverick Viñales will be joining the factory Aprilia team, which is definitely an interesting choice to make. I mean, honestly, being in what is arguably the best current MotoGP team, and then going to Aprilia, which haven't even been in the top 5 yet or got a podium or a win or anything, it's definitely a bit of an interesting one, for sure. I mean, Aprilia have made, a slightly better bike this season. We've seen Alicia Spargo fighting in the top 6, and the top 10 pretty much every Grand Prix, and you would have thought that Maverick is a slightly more top caliber rider compared to Alicia Spargo. Maverick is one of those only riders who has won in every year, like category, the 125s, Moto3, Moto2, MotoGP, he's won in everything. So he's definitely a very talented rider, and it's just a shame to see, such a big, team and such a great rider, they just can't make it work together. They obviously started off with a big bang, and then it all just kind of went downhill, and since Quartararo's come in, he's definitely wiping the floor with all the Yamaha riders, and I don't know, it just looks like it's got a little bit to Maverick's head. He's getting a little bit stressed out when it comes to the races and being around other riders and trying to overtake, and it looks like instead of blaming himself, he tends to blame the bike and Yamaha for the situation. But it's definitely interesting. We have seen something like this with Maverick in the past, a little kind of similar situation of him just wanting to leave and then joining another team and that. So he does have a little bit of a drama around his name, you could say, in his career. But it's going to be interesting to see how all this unfolds. Obviously, he does end up going to the Aprilia team, which looks like the most likely option. Could he, get podiums on that bike? If Alicia can get it into the top 6, could Maverick get it into the top 3? I mean, who knows? We do know that they're obviously, made a big step forward in 2021, and you can only imagine it will keep going like that because they're the only team, with concessions. So it'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds. And also for Dovizioso, it looked like he was going to be riding that Aprilia bike. If Maverick's just hopped on it out of the blue, what does that mean for him? Obviously testing the bike and maybe wanting to come back. So it's definitely all rather fascinating, to see, how it's all gonna kind of unfold, and a little bit unexpected, honestly. If I was Maverick, I think I would have rather have just stayed in Yamaha, even if things maybe weren't quite going to plan. But I would have, preferred to be on that bike over in Aprilia, because it is a little bit of an unknown question mark. But who knows? It might go well for him. Last time he done something like this, he ended up winning the World Championship the next season, so who knows. But leave it down in the comments, guys. What are your thoughts about the whole situation? Leave a like and subscribe for more content as always, and I'll see you with some brand new videos very soon.